Hi, so quick video tutorial using our VWAP Predator for increasing your contract size as we get those momentum moves with the VWAP Predator. So this is oil on the 3-minute time frame. I want to go through the whole process. So first of all, you need rules, okay? So with the bias depth heat map, we see this first signal that's actually got clear of this support and resistance zones from our guardian zones. All 6 time frames are green. So we've got the signal, we've got the confirmation, we've got lots of fresh air up to the next support and resistance zone. You can't even see it. Okay, so we get this first signal here. Okay, I just want to talk through. So yes, we could have taken those signals here, but I just want to talk through how to add contracts and some rules around that. For me, I need to have a set limit. So depending on your account size, depends on how many contracts you can have in running. So for example, I have a rule of thumb really for me. If I'm going to have 2 contracts, I need between $25,000 and $35,000. If I'm going to have 3 contracts, I'm going to have between $35,000 and $45,000 account balance. So they're the rules for normal E-mini contracts. Obviously, that's different for micros. So in this situation, I've with this example, I've said there's my limit is 3. So my maximum in any one trade is 3 contracts, and we'll go through that risk as we go along here. So when we get this first signal candle here, so the rule is as well, we go 2 ticks above the high of that signal candle for the entry. We use a stop market order. So first of all, we get that entry candle, and stop market order we put on at 75.38. With that initial loss 2 bands behind. So we can see these bands here. We've got a green, and then we've got the VWAP there, okay, and then there's red ones on the other side. So this candle here has closed above this outer one, so we go back to this one, so we're 2 bands behind, and we just go below the stop for there. So our initial risk is 37 ticks with 1 contract, so that's $370 risk. The reward is quite large because the next support resistance zone is way up there. So that's our initial risk. So we get in the trade, but the very next candle gets us into the trade, but then we print another buy signal. This is again one of our rules that we need to talk about. If we get consecutive buy signals or sells for the shorts, we can say actually that's a good signal, that's momentum building, because that's more volume than the previous candle. So this is the time we add another contract. Or you could say actually if it's within 1 or 2, maximum 2 candles from that initial signal candle. So those are the rules you've got to work out when you're back testing. So that 2 ticks above there is 75.54. So eventually the next candle takes that in. So we get an average holding position now for 2 contracts of 75.46. So basically NinjaTrader automatically adjusts that average sort of entry price there to 75.46. And again, we're following this second band behind for our stop. So our stop's at 75.18. So now we only have 28 ticks risk. With 2 contracts, that's $560 risk there. Again, if you've got a $35,000 to $45,000 account, that's quite low risk. And again, it's about understanding and not over leveraging yourself when you're making these types of trades and adding contracts. So next, the very next candle, I mean, this is great momentum here, 75.74. Remember, that's my limit. I'm not going to go more than 3 candles. That's the rule I've set for this particular example. And it's the very next signals, 2 ticks above the high of that. There's another stop market order. That is taken in, which now gives us an average price for all 3 contracts of 75.61. Remember the stop loss, you're going to adjust every candle close behind this second band. That's now at 75.35. So we now the risk in ticks has reduced. It's only 26 ticks now. Well, we have 3 contracts at $780 risk. We're a $35,000 account. That's very acceptable. you can see then we start to move up. And we're risk-free pretty much with it. So this candle takes us in, it closes 1, 2, 3 candles later, 9 minutes later, we're risk-free, we're adjusting that stop at 75.69. Now, if this price action starts to fall below that band, we do not go 2 bands behind to this. Once we've locked in this band, this is our band for the trailing stop. We just keep adjusting with this. Basically, it's a fib extension of the VWAP, and we use that for the VWAP Predator. So eventually, the price action comes down and takes that out. Obviously, if you've set yourself a target of, I don't know, 200 ticks or whatever, or 100 ticks, and it gets there, take the profit, okay? But in this is pure trade management here, in that we're using this band. That band gets taken out at 76.37, okay? So that's 76 ticks times 3 contracts, $2,280 profit. So remember, you can only start to add contracts if you have enough in your account to do that. And feathering in those contracts allows you to then have confidence in that bullish momentum, if you like, or bearish momentum. But the momentum of that instrument then, especially when those signal candles keep printing one after the other, that volume is increasing. And again, the whole part of the VWAP Predator is to actually see that momentum increase in volume and take hold of it. So this is the advanced level, if you like, for VWAP Predators that are going to trade and can trade more than one contract. Now, if you've only got a $15,000 account, you can actually use micros. You could do 5 at a time, 5, 5, 5. Okay, so there's ways to do it, and how you scale that is depending on your account balance. But this is how to really use the VWAP Predator to get hold of those volume, high momentum moves, add contracts, and make the most of the move. So this move was from around 9:15 to 10:15. So this move was an hour. And again, $35,000 account, $2,280 profit is a good move in an hour. It's a good bit of profit. So hopefully that helps. Check out the links below for the VWAP Predator, available for lots of different trading platforms.